For 18 long, brutal years, the protagonist had fought on the bloody front lines of the human army. He had bled, starved, and watched comrades fall, all for this single, fateful day. The battle that would end a war spanning thousands of years and finally allow humanity to reclaim its stolen lands. Before marching into this hellstorm, Princess Ha Jingna, the pride and beauty of humanity, had held his hand, her eyes glistening with tears. "Defeat the Demon King and return to me," she had whispered. "When you come back, we will have an incredible wedding." Her promise burned in his mind like an eternal flame. Crowned with the hopes of his race, he had vowed to bring back victory. Now, standing face to face with the towering monstrosity that was the Demon King, the protagonist rallied his elite squad. With a deafening war cry, they launched their ultimate assault. Swords clashed against demonic hide, spells shattered the obsidian walls, and in one final, brilliant surge of martial prowess, the protagonist drove his blade deep into the heart of the Demon King. "This is humanity's final victory," he proclaimed, gasping for breath. The Demon King, bleeding dark blood, looked at him with twisted, malicious amusement. "Are you truly so certain, little human?" Suddenly, a violent crimson warning flashed before the protagonist's vision. Warning: extreme danger detected. The Demon King's torso began to swell uncontrollably, glowing with an unholy, volatile energy. "If I am going down," the Demon King sneered, his voice echoing like grinding stones, "every single one of you is coming with me." "Why do you have to be so damn toxic?" the protagonist yelled in utter desperation. A blinding light swallowed the world. A soundless, colossal explosion detonated, vaporizing the stronghold, the demon army, and the human forces in an instant. As his conscious mind floated in the lingering residue of ash and smoke, a serene bell chimed in his head. System notification. You have 2 minutes left to live. Congratulations on your supreme leadership and grand contribution to the human race. As a reward for your legendary feats, you have been granted the chance to be reincarnated. Do you accept? Yes/no. Only an idiot would refuse a second chance at life, he shouted mentally, slamming the yes button without a moment's hesitation. He would be reborn, find Hajingna, and fulfill his promise. "Hey, wake up, they're coming!" A rough, grating voice barked in his ear. The protagonist opened his eyes, taking a deep breath of raw air. He sat up, grinning triumphantly. "That damned Demon King thought he could erase me? Haha, I'm alive." He turned his head and froze. Surrounding him was a cluster of hideous horned creatures with scaly blue skin and glowing yellow eyes, staring at him in bizarre confusion. "Why are a bunch of ugly demons staring at me like I'm a circus act?" he blurted out. An elderly, withered demon named Lahi shoved his shoulder nervously. "Get moving, Dongwo. The Blue Union, the human vanguard, is coming. If they catch us, we're all dead." Frantic, the protagonist scrambled toward a puddle of water nearby to look at his reflection. Looking back at him was not a heroic human champion, but a pathetic, low-ranking, scrawny demon named Gan Dongwo. "What is this?" Dongwo shrieked, clutching his head. "System! Get out here right now! Why is the ultimate hero of humanity reborn as a filthy, low-rank demon creature?" A small floating halo of light appeared above his head, pulsing sheepishly. System error. An unforeseen miscalculation occurred during the soul transfer process. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Inconvenience? Fix it right now. Take me back. System notification. Reversion is impossible once soul integration is complete. Dongwo grabbed the floating system interface by its glowing edges, shaking it violently. Let me speak to your manager, who is running this absolute mess of an operation. System notification, generating alternative solution. Emergency mission issued, return to humanity. Objective, die in battle. Upon death, your soul will be reincarnated into a human body. Condition, suicide will invalidate the mission. You must be killed by an external enemy. The system interface chimed once and vanished. Dongwo blinked, a wild, victorious grin spreading across his face. Die in battle? That's it? That's the easiest quest in the world. The nearby demons backed away, whispering nervously. Has Dongwo gone completely insane since waking up? Old Lahi sighed, shaking his head. Ignore him. Whenever danger strikes, his brain turns useless. Suddenly, Lao Mir, a rank E female mage, gasped in horror. I feel magic signatures. It's the Blue Union. Their leader is a rank B human paladin. We stand no chance. If they capture us, they'll torture us to death. Our only hope is the secret escape route in the cavern. Dongwo's eyes gleamed with brilliant realization. The Blue Union? Those are my former comrades. Human soldiers. All I have to do is run up to them, let them stab me once, die, and boom, I'm a human again. He immediately turned around and marched straight toward the outer cavern entrance where the humans were approaching. Dongwo, what are you doing? Lahi screamed. The humans are that way. Dongwo paused, striking a dramatic, heroical pose without turning around. Running away won't solve anything. Someone has to step up. I will hold the line and buy you all as much time as possible so you can escape. The demon refugees gasped, wide-eyed. Is this really the cowardly weakling we've known for years? Suddenly, a loud rumble echoed from above. A magic circle flared in the ceiling, dropping massive boulders that completely sealed the cavern entrance. Down from the ledge stepped Princess Liu Bingyi, the rank B demon royal and daughter of the late demon king. We grew up together, Dongwo, Bingyi declared passionately, her cloak billowing. I will never allow a comrade to sacrifice himself while I flee like a coward. We fight together. Dongwo stared at the caved-in exit, his eye twitching violently. This damn girl just blocked my fast-track ticket to dying. Overwhelmed with rage, Dongwo pulled back his fist and punched the giant boulder blocking his way, roaring, Forget your sentimental nonsense! Crack! The boulder didn't break. Instead, a red damage number floated above Dongwo's head, -15 HP. His hand throbbed with excruciating pain, tears welling up in his eyes as he cradled his swollen knuckles. Damn it, that hurts so much, he whimpered internally, glaring at Bingyi. You stupid girl. Bingyi blinked, her cheeks flushing dark pink as she stared at Dongwo in stunned silence. He spoke so harshly to me, a royal, yet he took the pain upon himself just to express his fiercely passionate, unyielding will to protect us? Old Lahi gasped. How dare you speak to Her Royal Highness like that? Dongwo, clutching his throbbing hand, straightened his back and yelled desperately. Never underestimate a man's absolute determination to sacrifice himself for others. Just let me go out there and die with dignity. The crowd of demons broke out in tearful applause. He's so manly, so courageous. Bingyi swooned, clutching her chest. Well, Lahi shrugged. If the lunatic wants to die so badly, let him. The rest of us need to live. Yes, exactly! Dongwo screamed cheerfully, striding out of the cavern and into the bright sunlight, arms outstretched. Down in the valley, a squad of heavily armored human soldiers from the Blue Union spotted him. Dongwo puffed out his chest and strutted forward like an emperor. "Hey, you weak, pathetic human scum! Look at me! I'm a filthy, defenseless demon. Which one of you brave warriors has the guts to come over here and chop my head off?" The human soldiers grinned savagely, drawing their broadswords. "A free target wandering out in the open. Kill him." Dongwo closed his eyes, a serene smile on his face. Jingna. I'm coming home." The whip! An arrow cut through the air, piercing the lead human soldier directly through the chest. He collapsed, screaming in agony. "It's a trap!" The humans panicked. Behind Dongwo, old Lahi surged forward, his body glowing with a fiery crimson aura. His muscles expanded, his horns grew longer, and his power level spiked through the roof. Rank B plus exalted state activated. "Ha ha ha ha!" Lahi roared, his voice shaking the earth. It has been 3 years since I felt the wild, intoxicating thrill of battle. Dongwo's legendary courage has awakened the demon spirit within me. System notification. Demons can achieve massive temporary surges in power. Exalted state. When heavily triggered by intense emotional inspiration. Dongwo stood frozen, his jaw hitting the grass. "What? What are you doing, old man?" Lahi planted his feet, tears streaming down his face. "For 3 years since the Demon King fell, we ran and hid. The humans thought we were weak and took everything from us. But Dongwo, you made me realize how wrong we were. Today, humanity learns to fear us again." Princess Bingi stepped up beside him, her demonic aura exploding in a blinding pink tempest. Rank A exalted state activated. "No demon will be left behind today," Bingi declared, raising her staff. The human soldiers shrieked in absolute terror. "A rank A demon? That wasn't in the intelligence report. Retreat." Bingi unleashed her ultimate royal spell. Cosmic explosion of tribulation fire. A radiant beam of catastrophic stellar energy obliterated the valley, carving a kilometer-wide crater into the earth. The entire Blue Union army was disintegrated into fine ash within seconds. Ding, ding, ding. System notification. Enemy squad wiped out. You have gained shared victory experience. Level up, level up, level up. You have leveled up 10 times at once. Rare loot. Acquired Supreme Demon Armor Set. Ring of Vitality. 120 stat points. Dongwo fell to his knees in the burning crater, clutching handfuls of dirt, weeping uncontrollably. Why? Why is it so hard to just die on my very first day? The scene shifts to the magnificent capital city of Yan, inside the opulent Hu residence. Kayan Duko, a high-ranking horned demon general, bowed deeply before a shadowy figure resting on a throne. General Huan, the de facto military commander of the Yan Kingdom. Beside them stood a slick demon, wearing golden spectacles. "Report on the operation," Huan commanded coldly. The spectacles demon bowed. "Master Chang Wujun's theatrical entrance was a failure, General. The original plan was to let the Blue Union surround Her Highness Bingi, so young Master Wujun could heroically rescue her. However, an unknown low-rank demon named Gan Dongwo inspired Bingi to enter an exalted state, and she wiped out the humans herself." Huan's golden eyes narrowed. "Foolish romantic nonsense. Military power still rests in my hands. Tomorrow we march on the royal palace and force a formal marriage proposal. She will marry my son Wujun, or Yan City will fall into chaos." Meanwhile, inside the royal palace, Bingi sat on her throne, her mind completely consumed by memories of Dongwo's speech in the cavern. She summoned her attendant, Lao Mir. "Fetch Dongwo." I wish to bestow upon him a reward fitting for a true hero." At that moment, in a nearby tavern, Dongwo was chugging barrels of cheap demon liquor, trying to drink himself into a coma. System notification. You have 120 unallocated stat points. "Shut up, you stupid system," Dongwo slurred. "I'm a rank D demon now. My stats are still garbage. I just need to find another human to stab me." Lao Mir burst into the tavern. "Dongwo, Her Royal Highness demands your presence." Dongwo stumbled up, his eyes bloodshot. "Mir, help me. Push me into that fireplace over there." "Me," Mir flushed, wildly misunderstanding his drunken antics. Kill you in an unconventional, passionate way. You bold, shameless little brute." She promptly swung her staff, knocking Dongwo unconscious with a heavy thud. "As of today, your body belongs to Her Majesty." When Dongwo awoke, he was standing before Princess Bingi in the royal armory. Graciously, Bingi presented him with a shimmering dark obsidian chest plate. Slayer's armor, plus 5,000 defense, plus 10,000 HP, absolute physical immunity. Dongwo's face went pale. "If I put this overpowered garbage on, a divine god wouldn't be able to slay me." "I don't want it," Dongwo said bluntly, turning around. "Keep your armor." Bingi's jaw dropped, stunned by his utter disregard for unimaginable wealth and power. As Dongwo walked down the palace corridor, an elderly royal court advisor named Weiming blocked his path, glaring with jealousy. "You shameless brat! How dare a weakling like you accept the legendary armor of the Demon King?" Dongwo's eyes lit up. He thrust the glowing chest plate directly into the old man's arms. "Here, take it. Keep it forever." Weiming stumbled back. What? Why are you giving this to me?" "Because having that armor stops me from dying," Dongwo barked. "Besides, Her Majesty told me to give it to you as a reward for all your decades of hard work for Yan City." "See ya." Weiming stood frozen, holding the sacred relic, tears bursting from his eyes. "I am a despicable wretch. General Dongwo is a man of pure, selfless virtue." Dongwo slumped on the palace stairs, sighing. Why is everyone in this kingdom so mentally unstable? Suddenly, he overheard two guards whispering nearby. "General Huan is taking his army to the court hall tomorrow. He's forcing Princess Bingi to marry young Master Wujun. Anyone who opposes the proposal will be executed on the spot." Dongwo sat up straight, a brilliant smile breaking across his face. "Executed on the spot? Oh, thank the heavens. Tomorrow is my lucky day." The next morning, the grand court hall of Yan City was suffocatingly tense. General Huan stood at the center, flanked by hundreds of heavily armed guards. "Your Highness," Huan proclaimed coldly to Bingi, "human forces advance every day. You must marry my son, Wujun, immediately to unify our military and royal houses." Bingi gripped her throne. "Wujun and I do not love each other, General. I refuse." Huan's hand dropped to his sword hilt. "This is not a request, Your Highness. Refuse, and war begins within these walls." Dongwo squeezed through the crowd, grinning ear to ear. This is it. Time to piss off the strongest guy in the room. He marched up the dais, grabbed Princess Bingi's arm, and pulled her behind him. "How dare you shamelessly force a marriage on a young woman?" Dongwo yelled at Huan. He strutted right up to the terrifying general, raised his hand, and slapped Huan across the face. Pat. The entire court hall went dead silent. "You're just a low-ranking former lackey of the old Demon King," Dongwo shouted, patting Huan's cheek patronizingly. "Why are you acting so arrogant? And your son. He looks like a peacock. He isn't worthy of wiping Bingi's boots. In fact, 2 days ago in the cave, Bingy and I connected on a deeply intimate level. Bingy turned bright red, clutching her face in overwhelmed emotion. General Huan's blood pressure erupted. His aura expanded, shattering the marble floor beneath his feet. Rank S aura activated. "You filthy insect," Huan roared, his right fist glowing with catastrophic dark energy. "I will tear your head from your shoulders." Dongwo thrust his neck forward, grinning wildly, pointing at his throat. "Do it. Strike right here, you old coward. Chop my head off." "Die." Huan threw a maximum power, mountain-shattering strike directly into Dongwo's chest. Boom! A shockwave blew out all the stained glass windows of the palace. Dust and fire consumed the hall. Dongwo closed his eyes in pure bliss. "Ha Jingna. I'm finally coming home to." Flash! A golden emblem embedded in Dongwo's tunic flared to life. System notification. Royal military token activated. Effect: automatic level jump, plus 40 levels. Passive acquired, absolute counter defense. When HP falls below 30%, defense increases by 500%. Every 15th hit received is reflected back as a critical true damage counter. The smoke cleared. General Huan was panting, his knuckles bleeding. Dongwo was standing in the exact same spot, completely unharmed, looking down at his chest in absolute horror. Bingy smiled softly from her throne. "By royal decree, Gan Dongwo is now a general of the Yan army." The entire hall dropped to one knee. "Hail, General Dongwo." Dongwo collapsed to his knees, clutching his hair, screaming internally. "No! I don't want to be a general. I want to die." General Huan gritted his teeth. "Fine. If you hold the military token, you must prove your worth. I challenge you to lead a squad through the ancient demon cavern." Wiming shouted, "General Huan, that is madness. No demon has survived entering it for over 100 years. Dongwo's head snapped up. "A cave where everyone dies and no one has survived in 100 years? He grabbed Huan's hand, shaking it furiously. "Where is it? Take me there right now." Huan sneered. "The trial requires at least 2 participants. Who amongst you is insane enough to go with him?" A quiet voice echoed from the back of the hall. "I will go." It was Huan's son, Chang Wujun. The following morning, Dongwo and Wujun stood before the towering archway of the ancient demon cavern. Inside the damp, pitch-black tunnel, invisible rank A shadow bats hovered in the darkness. Dongwo remembered Mir's warning that Wujun was a treacherous snake planning to backstab him. Perfect, Dongwo thought. He unequipped all his top-tier gear, standing in nothing but a flimsy white starter shirt. He spread his arms wide, turning his back to Wujun. "Ah, my back is completely exposed. It sure would be terrible if someone stabbed me from behind right now." Wujun drew a glowing crimson rapier, his eyes narrowing. "This fool is completely wide open. I'll cut his head off right now." He lunged forward with killer intent. Just as his sword reached Dongwo's neck, swoosh! Wujun's blade flicked past Dongwo's ear, slicing a Ranka stealth bat in half that had been diving at Dongwo's head. Dongwo blinked. "Huh?" A swarm of hundreds of shadow bats burst from the darkness. Wujun unleashed a blinding storm of red lotus petals, cutting the entire horde into bloody ribbons in seconds. Ultimate art, piercing petal shift. Wujun sheathed his blade, looking at Dongwo with deep respect. "Brilliant, Dongwo. You detected those stealth bats before I did, used yourself as low defense bait to pull the entire swarm together, and allowed me to wipe them out in one strike." Dongwo grabbed his own face in despair. "Why are you so competitive? Just stab me." They pushed deeper into the cavern, until it opened up into a massive subterranean arena. Suddenly, the ground violently shook. System notification. High difficulty trial boss spawned. Mission: defend the messengers of the old king. A massive, multi-eyed behemoth, a rank A plus messenger guardian, erupted from the ground. Wujun immediately charged forward, casting Annihilation Slash, but the giant behemoth simply shrugged off the attack and smashed Wujun across the arena into a rock wall. Dongwo opened his system menu. He had 480 unallocated stat points. If I dump all 480 points into strength and 0 into defense, my raw attack power will be insane, but a single tickle from the boss will kill me instantly. Dongwo dumped all 480 points into strength. He ran up behind the colossal behemoth, winding up a punch. "Hey, ugly! Take this!" Boom! Dongwo's raw 480 strength punch exploded through the behemoth's spine, blowing a massive hole entirely through its chest. System notification. You have generated 99,999 threat points. All monsters in the dungeon are now locked onto you. Dongwo stared at his glowing fist, horrified. I forgot that strength increases threat level. Every single monster in the cavern turned away from the wounded Wujun, their red eyes locking onto Dongwo. Wujun, lying in the rubble, watched in awe. He intentionally drew all the aggro onto himself to save my life. He is a true warrior. Dongwo stood in the center, surrounded by thousands of snarling beasts. He opened his arms, grinning madly. Yes, come at me. Kill me. A Renka beast leaped into the air, its razor-sharp claws aimed directly at Dongwo's heart. Dongwo closed his eyes, ready to embrace sweet death. Swoosh! Wujun flashed from the shadows, slicing the beast in half. I won't let you carry this burden alone, my friend, Wujun yelled, unleashing another storm of petal slashes. Stop helping me! Dongwo roared, chasing after Wujun, trying to punch more monsters to get them to hit him back. Within 15 minutes, every single monster in the cavern lay dead. Dongwo fell onto his back, staring at the cave ceiling, his soul leaving his body. I hate this game. Suddenly, the cavern temperature plunged to absolute 0. Blinding blue lightning crackled across the ceiling. A majestic, colossal, ancient blue dragon descended. Centuries have passed since mortals dared enter my trial. The dragon's voice boomed. You have slain my guardians, but only one may inherit the title of Demon King. You have 10 minutes to fight to the death. The survivor leaves as king. If you refuse, I will incinerate you both. Dongwo's eyes lit up with unholy joy. A fight to the end? Thank you, God! Without wasting a second, Dongwo stripped off his clothes, throwing them into his bag. His defense dropped to a pathetic 50 points. Dongwo ran up to Wujun, pointing at his chest. Wujun, strike me right here. Take the title of Demon King. Defeat me in one hit. Wujun backed away, staring at Dongwo's confident posture. Why is he stripping? Is this an advanced stance? If I attack him, I'll definitely lose my life. Why are you hesitating? Dongwo yelled, guiding Wujun's sword toward his chest. Do what must be done for the good of the Yan Kingdom. Wujun looked into Dongwo's eyes and saw absolute resolve to sacrifice everything for his people. Tears spilled from Wujun's eyes. He deactivated his weapon, falling to his knees. I am ashamed. I entered this cave planning to murder you, yet you a true hero, ready to sacrifice everything for my family's legacy. I am not worthy to be king. What are you talking about? Shut up and stab me! Dongwo screamed. The dragon growled. Time is up. But instead of forcing them to fight, the dragon's eyes glowed with ancient wisdom. For 200 years, every demon who entered this cavern murdered his brother for power. Such greedy wretches are unfit to rule. But you two showed absolute selflessness and brotherly love. System notification. Trial cleared. Grand prize awarded to candidate Gandongwo. Rewards acquired. Title: Legendary Demon King. 5 million experience points, plus 10 levels. Passive skill, SSS rank. Lake's Return automatically regenerates 100,000 HP per minute. Immune to instant death curses. Dongwo froze as a divine light enveloped him. His health bar locked into a shimmering, unbreakable gold state. 100,000 HP per minute, Dongwo whimpered. I can never die now. I am immortal. Outside the cavern, word spread like wildfire across the kingdom. The ancient trial has been cleared. A new demon king has been crowned, General Gandongwo. Dongwo sat in a dark corner of a Yan City tavern, drowning himself in juice. 100,000 HP per minute, he mumbled, slapping his own face. Even if I jump off a mountain, I'll heal before I hit the ground. Suddenly, emergency bells shattered the sky. Lao Mir burst through the door. General Dongwo, Her Majesty has summoned an emergency war council. The human army has arrived. Inside the royal strategy room, Princess Bingi, Elder Wimming, and General Huan stood over a war map. 10,000 elite human soldiers from the Sacred Territory's 21st Legion are marching on Yan City, Bingi announced. General Huan gritted his teeth. Our only option is to hole up behind the city walls and hold out. Dongwo sat up, his brain frantically calculating. If one human soldier does 10 damage per second, then 10,000 human soldiers firing all at once will do 100,000 damage per second. That exceeds my regeneration. Dongwo slammed both hands on the war table. Guerrilla tactics are for cowards. We march out. We open the gates, meet the 10,000 humans face to face in the open field, and take their entire army head on. If we lose, you have my full permission to publicly execute me. Bingi stood up. By royal decree, General Dongwo is granted supreme command of all forces. We open the gates. An hour later, the massive steel gates of Yan City ground open. The human vanguard, over 10,000 heavily armored infantry, automated war mechs, and mages, led by Commander Lu Renjia, halted in confusion. Standing alone in the vast, empty plain was a single demon, Gan Dongwo. Dongwo unequipped his chestplate, standing in his undergarments, spreading his arms wide. Hey, you pathetic human scum! Are you all too scared to attack a defenseless demon? Come on, shoot me with everything you've got. Commander Lu Renjia's face turned purple. All units, fire everything at that bastard. Thousands of arrows, fireballs, sniper rounds, and giant mechanical laser cannons rained down on Dongwo, completely swallowing him in a storm of fire and explosions. Inside the flames, Dongwo looked at his health bar. Minus 150 HP, plus 100,000 HP, a Lake's Return passive activated. Minus 300 HP, plus 100,000 HP. Yes, yes, keep it coming. Dongwo cheered, dancing in the fire. Do more damage. Suddenly, his hidden token passive triggered. Absolute counter defense. 15th hit reached. Flash! A catastrophic blast of reflected true damage burst outward from Dongwo's body. The laser golem that fired at him instantly exploded. A volley of reflected shockwaves ripped through the human front lines, vaporizing 50 human soldiers in a split second. The human army froze in absolute horror. What kind of monster is that? Our attacks are killing us instead. Commander Lu Renjia recalled an ancient legend of an immortal SSS rank demon lord who reflected all mortal harm. "It's a trap!" Lu Renjia screamed. "Retreat!" The 10,000 human soldiers broke rank, running away in complete panic. As Dongwo stood in the empty field, heavy black smoke began rising from inside Yan City. A bloody demon soldier stumbled out of the side gates. "General!" A rogue human strike team bypassed the main battle and infiltrated the royal palace. Dongwo dashed back into Yan City. Standing at the center of the royal plaza was Singen Jibyo, an elite human commander, holding the severed head of a demon general. Surrounding him were elite human assassins. General Huan lay on the ground, his arms severed by Singen Jibyo's weapon, the Abyss Blade, an SSS rank artifact capable of cutting through any defense. Wu Jun was on his knees, bleeding heavily, while Princess Bingi was bound in dark anti-magic chains. Singen Jibyo stepped toward Bingi, smirking. "Demons are nothing more than livestock. Get your filthy hands off her." Dongwo landed in the center of the plaza, the ground shattering beneath his boots. The thunder dragon, Gaida, roared in the skies above. Dongwo stared at Singen Jibyo, dormant memories suddenly unlocking in his mind. Singen Jibyo, the corrupt human vice captain who betrayed his own legion, murdered his comrades, and framed General Shefanglo 6 years ago. Dongwo gasped. "Wait, Shefanglo. That was my name in my past life. The system didn't just turn me into a demon. It sent me 6 years into the past." Singen Jibyo sneered, swinging the golden Abyss Blade. He lunged forward at blinding speed, driving the Abyss Blade directly into Dongwo's chest. Dongwo didn't flinch. He reached out and grabbed the glowing blade with his bare hand. "Return!" Crack. The SSS rank Abyss Blade shattered its bond with Singen Jibyo, reassembling itself instantly into Dongwo's grip. Singen Jibyo stumbled back. What? How do you command my sword?" "Because it was never yours, traitor," Dongwo growled. Dongwo unleashed 1 billion divine slashes, delivering thousands of precise cuts in a single second, executing Singen Jibyo on the stone floor. System notification: SSS rank traitor slain. Experience gained 2,200,000 points. Special ability acquired. Skill steal with the invasion crushed and Yan City saved. Elder Women approached Dongwo. "My king, the 18 Demon Nations Alliance Tournament begins next week in the Flame Kingdom. The supreme victor will be granted the Rank S Evolution Stone and named Supreme Commander of all demon races. You must represent the Yan Kingdom." Dongwo's ears perk up. Rank S tournament? Will there be God-tier S-rank warriors there who can hit hard enough to kill me? The most lethal killers in the world will be there, Wu Jun confirmed. Dongwo packed his bags immediately. "Pack the airship. We leave tonight." Days later, Dongwo, Wu Jun, and Bingi arrived at the capital of the Flame Kingdom. While exploring the Grand Tournament Hotel, Dongwo noticed a mysterious masked female contestant representing the distant Yu Kingdom, wielding rare ice implant dual magic. When her mask slipped slightly, Dongwo's heart stopped. "Jasmine," Dongwo whispered. It was Princess Ha Jingna, his human fiancée from his past life. But why was she here inside a demon's body? The Alliance tournament commenced with explosive fanfare. In the first qualifying round, Dongwo stepped into the stone arena against a colossal rank A plus demon giant, boasting 1,000 base defense. Dongwo casually drew the Abyss Blade and swung a lazy wave of energy. Boom! The shockwave blasted the giant through the arena wall, stripping his defense to 0 and instantly knocking out 3 other contestants behind him. In the second round, Dongwo was matched against Siaming, a legendary half-elf demon contestant with a massive base stat of 8,000 luck. Siaming possessed divine eyes to see every single future possibility. After analyzing 250 future scenarios and seeing his own defeat in every single one, Siaming activated his ultimate domain skill, a domain of death. A spatial rift swallowed both Dongwo and Siaming, transporting them to an eerie casino realm ruled by an ancient floating entity, Death himself. "Welcome to the Russian roulette of fate," Death rasped, spinning a massive floating wheel with numbers 0 through 37. "Guess right, you live. Guess wrong, I chop your head off." Siaming traded 36 years of his life force to buy 37 numbers on the wheel, leaving Dongwo with only a single number, 0. "You have a 97.3% chance of dying, Gan Dongwo," Siaming proclaimed. Dongwo put his hands in his pockets, grinning madly. 37 chances out of 38 for me to die? Spin the wheel, Grim Reaper." Death spun the massive wheel. The heavy stone rolled around the slots. Clack, clack, clack. It settled squarely into slot 0. Siaming fell to his knees, screaming, "How is that possible?" Death leaned down, gazing into Dongwo's soul. Suddenly, Death dropped to its knees, weeping tears of ethereal light. It's you. The absolute, unquantifiable luck of the ancient demon king. Your base luck is mathematically infinite. Fate itself will distort reality to alive. Dongwo slumped his shoulders in pure depression. So, my own luck stat is literally cock-blocking my ability to die. Siaming surrendered immediately. Behind the scenes of the tournament, a shadowy organization known as the Evil Clan, parasitic creatures capable of possessing demon hosts, began infiltrating the venue. Jasmine, Hajingna, cornered Dongwo in a secluded palace garden late at night. "Dongwo," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "I know it's you." Dongwo grabbed her hands. "Jasmine, how are you here?" Jasmine explained the horrific truth. 6 years in the future, humanity is completely wiped out by the Evil Clan. When I died, my soul unlocked an ancient time reversal artifact. I reset time 500 times trying to save you and save humanity. But every time I went back 6 months, it was too late. So, I made a pact with an ancient demon soul, sacrificing my human form to send both of our souls back, 6 years into the past. Dongwo pulled her into a tight embrace. "You carried this burden alone for 500 loops. This is our final loop, Dongwo," Jasmine urged. "The Evil Clan plans to hijack this tournament to steal the key to the second region, an ancient power source that will allow them to invade both realms. You must win this tournament and claim the key." Dongwo's eyes burned with newfound purpose. "If I can't die, then I'll use this cursed immortality to destroy every single creature that threatens you." Dongwo marched into the tournament finals against Shu, the reigning champion who wore dark, cursed dragon armor. When Shu activated her demonic transformation, unleashing cosmic lightning across the arena, Dongwo summoned his full ice demon form, clashing with her in a cataclysmic display of raw power. With a single, mountain-shattering strike of his abyss blade, Dongwo shattered Shu's dark armor, claiming absolute victory as the champion of the 18 demon nations. Before the victory ceremony could conclude, the sky turned blood red. The grand arena gates shattered into dust as thousands of parasitic Evil Clan monsters erupted from the shadows, led by an SS rank shadowy entity known as Wayang, and the traitorous general, Seeker of Evil. The key to the second region belongs to the Evil clan. Wayang roared, binding Princess Bingi and the tournament elders in dark shadow chains. Our master, Saido, will rule all 4 realms. Dongwo stepped onto the royal stage, pulling the abyss blade from his back. System notification. Summoning Legion activated. With a single stomp of his boot, a colossal army of blue glowing shadow warriors, giant ice golems, and the massive thunder dragon Gaida materialized behind Dongwo. You parasitic freaks picked the wrong day to crash a party, Dongwo said coldly. Wang launched thousands of shadow spears at Dongwo, but Dongwo walked through the barrage effortlessly. His 100,000 HP per minute regeneration instantly healing any superficial scratches. Dongwo flashed forward, grabbing Wang by his throat, slamming him through 5 stone pillars, and crushing his parasitic core with a single squeeze. Tell your master Sido that Gan Dongwo is coming for his head. With the evil clan invasion crushed and the Yan Kingdom crowned as the supreme leaders of the Demon Alliance, Princess Bingi presented Dongwo with the sacred key to the second region.